Gonna make a change for once in my life. It's gonna feel real good. Gonna make a difference. Gonna make it right.
As the advocate for mental illness and people living in homeless situations, how do you feel about the homeless situation? When you look around, is there solutions? Are there people on task force or city governments that can come together and provide the needed resources of shelter, prescribed medication, therapy sessions? What is it that we can do as a community? What is it you can do as an individual to go out and help one homeless person or a group of homeless people?
I started this back in 1992 at HBRP in Palo Alto. It's a program for homeless veterans that had drug and alcohol problems. It was a 2-year program as well. It was 18 months, and then after I completed that program, I went on to do a Wednesday night group for the next 4.5 years, mentoring and teaching conflict resolution tools and relapse prevention classes. The causes that I recognize that really helps create our homeless population is depression, anxiety, and post-traumatic stress disorders. And without those are all mental health issues. And what happens is once we can treat the mental health part of the person's, then they can get clean, and then they can get some clarity, and then their lives can become manageable again. What happens is sometimes we want to put people in places that they're not going to be able to stay there because they're not able to manage their anxieties, their depression, their anger, and those are real issues that help create homelessness. So once we work on the issues, our behaviors equals intent. If we really want to change how we operate, we have to change how we think first, then we can change our behaviors. I found that this works, the cognitive way. It's cognitive therapy. Change your behavior after you change your thinking. But first you have to change how you think. My take on what does society really, how they can really help the homelesses that have these issues of PTSD, depression, and anxiety, is to not to just turn their head towards us like, oh, they just like that. We need to really talk to them, get them some help with mental health, with mental health, or someone that has the ability to give them something to change that so that they can get that imbalance balanced. See, it's an imbalance, it's a chemical imbalance in many cases that creates that. We would say they start acting up. And it's not that they really want to act up, it's just that imbalance. So that's what I believe. I think the onus is on us that we look out and we need to get people the help that they need. One of the first things that we do is first get the imbalance taken care of. We get them into mental health, and then we get them in a structured environment, and this is the way the structure works, and if we do it this way, that we have an opportunity to make it. And what I found that our success rate is over 65%. Yeah, that's way above the norm. That's way above, because we treat the whole person. We don't just want to treat the alcoholic person or just the drug person. We want to treat the whole person. What creates that atmosphere for you wanting to reduce yourself to alcohol and drugs? And once we can find that out, then we deal with that, and you have an opportunity to not have to go back again. My motivation is one of the 5 C's that we talk about in my program is continuance. Continuous is giving back what was so freely given to me. I'm an alcoholic addict from Vietnam. I was introduced to drugs in Vietnam, and I stayed at what some people would call a functioning addict for over 20 years. worked in the Silicon Valley at a real high-profile position as a systems administrators, analysts, but I was still an addict. And I know that I needed to help somebody when I got help. Once I found out that I could live without that, and what my life could be, how fulfilled it is to really help someone that's still suffering, like I was suffering, you know, and it's no greater gift. I want to say, first of all, is, you know, I believe in my organization is a faith-based organization, so we have to have a higher power. For me, I choose that to be my Lord Jesus Christ. So that's where mine started at, all those things, and I believe that He provides all these other people and places that we can get ourselves taken care of, and I just believe that we need to seek those helps, and let's not be afraid or ashamed to seek the help that we need, because that's false pride when we don't get the help that we want.